Like, just imagine, for example, me and Perkz, right? So everyone's trying to put us like up against one another, right? But we've never really like hated each other or anything. Like, I understand if it's me versus Forg1ven, because I actually think we kind of despise each other a little bit, especially him towards me. But me and Perkz never really had any issues, and we were even like duo queuing over the years. Me playing support, him playing AD. So now that everyone's like trying to pin us against each other, it's kind of like awkward. It felt really awkward, at least when we were doing like the, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this like hype video for the LEC when it was about to start, where it was me on one side and Perkz on the other, and we had to reshoot so many times because we couldn't keep it serious, you know, and they were like trying to force us to be like super serious, like we want to kill each other sort of look, and we just couldn't keep it together because we're good friends. So most of it is just camera work, if you ask me, but there are players who actually don't like each other. Like, for example, I really respect Upset as a player, because I actually think he's really good, and pretty much always said that as well, but I think he just doesn't do it for me as a person, and I always feel like he talks shit about everyone, especially me, and it's fine, right? Because for some people that's the way they do it, but I don't know. Whenever I go into the feature room, like for example next week, there's gonna be the match of the day or match of the week, whatever they call it these days, between us and Schalke. And when I came into the feature room where we record these, the guy that holds the interview or does the interview told me that Upset said I'm like an old generation, like a worn out generation, and the new guys, especially him, are taking over. And it's like, I don't know, I just feel like I don't get the respect I deserve. But like, I don't know, I feel like from other ADs they respect me as a person at least, but I don't feel that from Upset. I don't mind what he says about me as a player, but alongside the new versus old generation, there were some other things that I probably shouldn't mention, but it just gives me a Forg1ven vibe, that's all, where he like hates me as a person for no fucking reason. Like, I remember when we were playing, we played Spring 2016 third place game in Rotterdam. And after the 5th game, he wrote in all chat like better 80 wins XD, and like kind of refused to shake my hand afterwards. And I think that's just like not cool, you know. I don't know why I never got punished for that actually, because I know there are rules in place about these kind of things, but for me that just felt like a personal attack rather than him, you know, calling me out as a player. Like, I'm sure if it was against anyone else and they played just as good / just as bad as I did in that series, he wouldn't have said anything. But just because it was me, he was like, I don't know, just being a dick, I guess. And Upset sort of gives me the same vibe, but it's not like I go to bed feeling frustrated about it. It's just weird to me how you can mix the two up. I just think player business should be strictly player business, and personal business should be strictly personal business. You shouldn't mix up the two. Like, I could never do the kind of things that they do, but at the same time I can't sit here and say that they're wrong either, because everyone's different, right? And everyone has the right to do what they think is correct. It's just, I personally don't understand where they're coming from when they mix up the two. But I'm sure they have their reasonings. Oh shit, I thought.